Kelly Khumalo's son, Christian, witnessed some of the attack that later led to Senzo Meyiwa being fatally shot, the High Court in Pretoria heard on Tuesday. There was a scuffle between Senzo and the guy who had a firearm, and they proceeded towards the kitchen. I remember what I took was the phone, and when I went to the kitchen, Christian was in the kitchen looking at what was happening, said Tokozisi Twala on Tuesday. He said he took Christian to the left side in the sitting room to shield him from what was unfolding. Twala, who was a close friend of football star Meyiwa, was the fourth state witness in the murder trial. He told the court that the first intruder who entered the Khumalo's house on that night was short and had dreadlocks. Meyiwa was gunned down in Vosloorus on October 26, 2014 in what was described as a botched robbery in the presence of his then-girlfriend Kelly Khumalo, her mother Tombi, sister Zandi, Zandi's boyfriend Longwe Twala, and Senzo's friends Tokozisi Twala and Tumelo Madlala. Bongani Sandison Tazi, Thobisi Prince Nkube, Thokoziseni Mafisa, and Sifiso Kanintuli are standing trial for allegedly murdering the footballer. They have been charged with premeditated murder, attempted murder, robbery with aggravating circumstances, possession of firearms without a license, and possession of ammunition. All have pleaded not guilty. Bowing his head, Twala rubbed his forehead after taking a glimpse at a picture of the house, which he confirmed was Kelly Khumalo's mother's house and Meyiwa's car. A few times he stared ahead and flexed his fingers. Twala explained that Meyiwa was about to say his goodbyes to Kelly's mother when the man entered the house. I saw someone coming towards us from the passage. I think he came through the kitchen. At first I told myself it was someone they know, but I saw the person was carrying a firearm, said Twala. Twala told the court he remembers the man who spoke in isiZulu wanting phones and money. As with the testimony of Meyiwa's other good friend, Tumelo Madlala, Twala said Longwe was the first person to stand up and run towards the guy, then running out. Then Senzo and Tumelo got up. When he came in, I saw him alone, but when Senzo and Tumelo stood up and we all got up, I then noticed there was a second one, Twala said. He said the second intruder was behind the first one. He had a sharp object like a knife, but he was not carrying a firearm. Twala told the court that he could not describe the second intruder. He said he remembered that Kelly's mother and Zandi had Tumelo's crutches because they were leaning against the wall. The kitchen was small, but the people who were there were Senzo, Tumelo Zandi, the man who had a firearm, the one who didn't, and Kelly's mother. I am not saying Kelly was not there, but I don't remember seeing her. I was standing at the end of the kitchen as you go towards the passage, he said. During his testimony, Madlala pointed out Zanzi as one of the intruders. Madlala said Meyiwa pinned Tanzi against the wall before he was fatally wounded. Earlier, proceedings were delayed as disbarred lawyer Malesela Tefo arrived in court in robes, asking to see the judge in his chambers. After instruction by the court clerk from the judge, who wanted the defense counsel to find out from their clients if they agreed to him meeting Tefo, Tefo said what he wanted to discuss couldn't be discussed in open court. After meeting with other lawyers and the judge in the corridors, Tefo sat quietly behind the defense counsel for the rest of the proceedings. Meanwhile, the defense wants the three witnesses who have already testified to be recalled to the witness box to have certain issues clarified. The matter continues on Wednesday.